Tim McGarvey, and this video is a Google Places and online marketing review for an insurance company. The purpose of this video is to show this business owner how he can use the internet to generate more leads and increase his sales. Hey George, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I have some solid information here that will help you establish a greater presence online, get more traffic to your website, and generate more leads. To understand how you're currently positioned online, I started with your company website and your Google Places profile. Starting with your website, I took a look at the page source here to see what your description and your keywords are for your home page. Here's what you have right now. So I took these search terms and looked online to find out what the most common or the search phrases are that generate the most amount of traffic or the highest amount of volume in your local area. And these are the search phrases that I found. You know, they're a little bit different than the ones that you have currently on your website. Here's an example of one search that I ran. You can see here that I'm comparing the difference in traffic for keywords that describe a specific product that you offer versus keywords that describe a particular type of business. In this situation, both of the product searches will result in more traffic for your website. Here you can also see that changing the word from auto to car makes a big difference. So here's a group of higher volume search terms that I found that I would suggest that we start with applying to your Google Places and to your website. Based on the information that we see online right now about your insurance company, this would increase the amount of traffic that you get to your site from organic searches. Now we want to take a look at these keywords and create a new description that incorporates these search phrases into a description like the ones that you see here. I know that this seems very basic, but actually it's very important that this description and these keywords, because they're going to be sent out to hundreds of local, regional, and national business directories and databases. Getting this information right before we get started is crucial to all of your local online marketing efforts. So if we go back to your Google Places profile, you can see here where you would enter in your new description and the categories as we've been talking about. You know, I also want to add here that it's important that you complete your Google Places profile. There's a spot here where you can put in more pictures and more videos. I think we talked about this yesterday, but completing this profile so that it's 100% makes a really big difference. Now let's take a look at how you're established online right now and how easy it is for customers to find you. I'm going to walk you through a local online marketing report that we provide to our clients every month. And the information and the data that's in this report comes from hundreds of sources of websites and directories across the internet, and it's a great way for us to get a snapshot or an X-ray view of how your company is performing online. Right here on the front of the report, we see here that your score's a 51, and actually that's really pretty good. Let's dig deeper into this report here and let's see how you can improve this score. It looks like your presence on the search engine sites like local.com, Manta, City Search, overall it's really not too bad. And on the first one here, it looks like that's switchboard.com. You need some work there, and obviously on these other two here they could use a little bit of work. And here's another graph here showing us the search engines. Looks like you could use a little work on Manta, and you could use some help setting up a Twitter account. So I think you can start to see how useful a report like this is, right? And here we're looking at your presence on the local search sites, and just in general you can see that social networking needs some work, and also the directory sites that are specific to your category, your type of business, which in this situation would be insurance sites. You can see here that you don't have much presence on the category specific sites. And here's a listing here that's showing us the depth of information that there is out there about your business on the local search sites. And you see that overall it's not bad, except in this one area here, and that's telling us that you don't have any ratings and reviews. So that's something that increasingly in the past year has been becoming more and more important on these local sites like City Search and Yelp. So this is something we can definitely help you with, and we'll come back and talk about that a little bit later. So here's a broad view here of some of the social networking sites. You can see here that you need help on the Facebook, Twitter, and Foursquare, and there's some issue here with your phone with your Yelp listing. And here's a broad overview of the local search sites. You can see that Hot Frog, Discover Our Town, Local Search, a bunch of these down here. Wherever you see red, these sites need some additional attention. Then here's a listing here showing us how many ratings you have on these specific sites like Dex, Yahoo, City Search, YP.com, Yelp, and you see, as we just saw a minute ago, that you don't have any ratings and there's very few reviews. You know, there's one thing that I noticed when looking at your company online across these search engines that I want to bring to your attention, and that's that as far as Google goes, and specifically Google Places, your ranking and your visibility online is not too bad in terms of Google Places. It's really pretty good. Your number one search term here on Google, you're not showing up. On your number 2 term, you show up at position 14. Your number 3 term with Google Places, you're in the number 1 spot. Your number 4 term, you come in at number 4. And your number 5 keyword term, you're at 43. But which, I mean, obviously that could be much better. But when we look at, say, Bing and Yahoo, that's these two. This is Bing here, and this is Yahoo. When we look at Bing, you see that for your number 1 search term, you're at position 50 with Bing, and on Yahoo, you're at 52. Your number 2 search term, you're coming in at 11 and 14. Not listed for number 3. You do show up for your number 4 term. So you see here, I mean, there are places here where we really should be seeing you up there, you know, in the top 5, the top 7, to get traffic to your website. So all of this information together, the point of this is that, you know, to really establish your company online, you have to have a vision, or you have to understand that your efforts need to include sites out beyond Google. I mean, Google and Google Places are great and they're very powerful, but it doesn't represent all of the traffic that's online. Okay, I mean, online local marketing, therefore, you know, it's about more than just Google Places. So I took your search terms, the 5 top search terms that we defined for your business. I wanted to run those search terms through Yelp. You know, Yelp is one of the largest local review sites right now, just to see how you show up in Yelp. So for your search terms, for your number 1 search term here, you're not on the front page. You're not on the front page for your 2nd one, your 3rd one, your 4th one, or your 5th one. I ran the same thing through Bing just to see how you show up. And your number 1 search term, you are in the number 1 spot place on Bing, which is great. However, your number 2 search term, you're not there. 3, you're not there. 4, you're not there. Your number 5th search term, your number 5 search term, you do show up on Bing. So you have a little bit of presence on Bing. You've got nothing on Yelp, so that's definitely something that you want to work on. And Yelp starts to improve when you complete your profile and when you start to get reviews and rankings. That's a lot of what affects your ranking on Yelp. So when local customers search for information on the types of insurance that you sell and the products that you offer, we want to make sure that they find you first. And of course, when they search for information about an insurance agent in your area, we're going to get you listed there too. So here's what we're going to do for you. The first thing that we want to do is complete your Google Places profile and make sure that your website is also synced up with your local profiles. We want to take care of your SEO and add some important tracking to your site so you know how much traffic you're getting and where that traffic is coming from. All by itself, these few things will make a huge difference in the amount of organic traffic that you get to your website. We're also then going to submit your site to over 300 local, regional, and national directories. This too is a huge jumpstart to boost your local search and Google Places profile effectiveness. We're going to gather and organize data about your business that helps us make these submissions and provide the most complete and comprehensive information about your business online. We're going to identify the weakest listings and prioritize them by how much traffic they could possibly generate to your business. These submissions and corrections that have the most potential impact will get done first. We're going to do 5 submissions and corrections a month. Over the course of a 12-month subscription, we could correct 60 of the most negative issues about your profile. It's not unlikely that we could get your total score possibly up into the 80s or better. We're going to provide automatic notifications and alerts about new reviews and ratings by text or email, so that as soon as someone provides a review or a rating about your business, whether it's good or bad, you'll hear about this right away. Great reviews are good to hear about right away, but also sometimes when a customer has a complaint or a problem and they post it online, you can quickly resolve that and possibly even turn the situation from a bad review to a good review. We're also going to syndicate positive reviews that appear by posting these to your Twitter feed and on your Facebook page on an ongoing basis. We're also going to help you jumpstart your reviews until you have a system in place. I think I mentioned that before, that your ratings and reviews right now are lacking. We have a plan that we can help you get started right away to get your customers writing reviews and placing them and putting them online in the places where you need them and where they matter. We're also going to rerun your diagnostic report for you every month and send it to you to demonstrate the improvements that we're making in your overall score and in your online presence. And listen, most of all of the work that we do is done by real live people. The service that we provide for you is not automated. Just like this review here, we go through every listing and every element line by line. All of the editors that are doing this work for you are located right here in the US, and they're going to work on your listings in these directories every month as long as your subscription is active. So all that you really have to do today is make a decision to get started. Call me today at 646-435-0119 and we'll get started right away. Hey, thanks for watching this entire video. Give me a call. I would love to hear from you.